Welcome everybody, and we have a loud mic again. Can you hear me now? That's a little. Okay, welcome to the Downtown Madison Kiwanis Club meeting on June 6th. I'm Kevin Nemi, the president this year. This is always one of my favorite weeks when we award our scholarships. Many of you know, at least the members do, I retired from the UW-Madison after about 25 years working with undergrads, and that's one of the few things I miss about work is interacting with students. So it's great to see all these young faces here. We're going to start with the Pledge of Allegiance. Flag is in the back. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You can be seated. I want to first thank Cole and Angel. Cole Williams and Angel McCreary is over there for their work on the scholarship committee and the organizing of this day. Thank you very much. Note number 2, that's a text from my wife. There's a little bit of food. If anybody's still hungry, we need to finish it up. So, Peter, very good. Yep. We're going to start off prior to the awarding of the scholarships. John Ickey, who is one of our longest serving participating members, has our moment of reflection today. Hey, John.
This will be short and sweet. However, it's appropriate, I think. In 1939, London, England was enduring the Blitz, where German bombers were coming across the English Channel from France and devastating England. The only thing that slowed them down were the pilots and Spitfires and Hurricanes, of whom Winston Churchill said, "Never in the field of human conflict was so much owed to so few." Later, in response to a victory by the British at El Alamein in Africa, Churchill had said, "It's not the end, but the end of the beginning." Finally came D-Day, which was the push from England back into France, finally into Germany, to end the European war. The name of D-Day was Overlord, but it also could be called the beginning of the end. Why am I telling this? Because the date of D-Day is June 6, today, 78 years ago. Happy D-Day.
Now I'm going to turn the festivities over to Co, correct?
Traditionally, we always ask a student or students from the UW to talk about their college experience and offer some advice for our graduating high school seniors. So today we have Hania Khan and Christy Zhang, who have been in the BioCore program. Would you ladies come up, please, and give your best advice?
Welcome. Thank you all so much for inviting us here today to talk with you. Like Cole said, we are Hania and Christy, and we just graduated this May, so still a little surreal. We're full-fledged adults now, working, so we'll try to remember back on our college experience. So to begin, we'll talk a little bit about sort of the big lessons that we took from college, and sort of how do you start college for all of you young people here in your upcoming semester, and what does it feel like to embark on this new journey? Would you like to start?
Sure. I'm just a little curious. Can I see the hands of the scholarship winners today? Well, congratulations to all of you for winning a scholarship. I know growing up in high school, the two of us, we had to apply for quite a few scholarships, so it's always nerve-wracking to find out, am I gonna get the money? Because, you know, university is really expensive. And congratulations to you guys for winning it. I know when I first found out about my scholarship, so I applied to like a financial aid program, and I was able to get a full ride scholarship to UW-Madison, and that's how I funded my college years. And since then, college has been nothing but fun, actually. Minus the countless nights of, you know, just panicking over exams and things like that, but that's besides the point. One of the things you're gonna find out about college is that sometimes you're not gonna know what you're doing. And as an adult, I can still say that sometimes I do feel that way. I don't know what the future beholds, but it's best to not let that fear take you over. Embark on a journey that you might not have done when you were in high school. Try to find some things that you enjoy. I know when I first came to university, I was pretty set straight. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna major in biochemistry. I wanna get a biochemistry degree. And then I took my first religious studies class in my first semester of undergrad, and I really enjoyed the professor, so I took another class that she had. And pretty soon that got me to having enough religious studies credits to get a certificate. And then my advisor said that, you know, if you only do like 2 more classes, you could get the major. So then I got the religious studies major along with my biochemistry major. So it's these kinds of experiences that will really help you enrich your university experience. So don't be afraid to try new things out. I know when I first took my religious studies class, I was like, I don't know what I'm getting into, but as you slowly start to get into things and finding out what you really enjoy, that's what makes college really memorable. And that, along with finding your own community, can really change how you view your college experience. I think I can speak for the both of us. When we both joined the BioCore program, we found a significant part of our community. And a community is where you can feel like you can be yourself, right? Where you can feel like you can talk to other people about things that you enjoy, or maybe have some disagreeing opinions about certain topics. But that's what makes a community really fun to be around. And I can say that Christy and I, we found that community with each other since we've been friends ever since we met in the BioCore program, which was 3 years ago? Yeah. So I'm gonna hand it over to Christy to talk a little bit about her experience and some advice she has.
Yeah, thank you, Hania. So on the message of community, no matter where you go, and colleges range from various sizes. So we have the small state schools as well as UW-Madison, who has like 40,000 undergrads. So it's very hard to step onto campus your first day and think like, okay, I need to get to class. Where is my class? Where are my professors? Where is my roommate? Like, how do we make friends with each other? And so just remember that community doesn't have to be a very big community, nor does it have to be a small community. You'll find your community and your sense of belonging wherever you go. And just putting yourself out there is the first step. So I would say, don't be afraid of being in that position where you're like, oh my God, I am in this new state perhaps, or this new city. Like, how do I get to anything? Just know that among you, there's going to probably be thousands of people similar to you, and you're all going through this journey. And I think I can speak for a lot of people in this room. When they first started their college experience, it's probably very similar. They were in this land of unknown, so figuring out how to get to this place of like where we are now, where we're graduating and we can reflect back happy. Just know that sometimes that fear is okay and that unknown is all right and almost appreciated as you start your college experience. So that would be like my one key advice, is that don't be afraid to be afraid. Like, it's all right. There's a lot of people just like you in that room, in that college campus, in this entire state, in the next few months while they're trying to figure out what they're doing with their life. And to say something, that like fear doesn't really go away. I mean, we just graduated and we're always like, okay, so what's the next step? What do we do next? And just know that life is really just a journey of these little conquests of like figuring out where you belong in a community, and doing that is the sort of the forefront of living. You kind of have to go through these obstacles, and you kind of have to go through this unknown period of your life. And college is perhaps one of the first ones that you'll have to do, because you'll be away from home, you'll be away from your parents, you might not have someone to cook you food all the time, or tell you when to do laundry, but you just know that you'll be okay. And getting the scholarship is the first big deal. You're making sure that that next step is fully funded and supported from all these wonderful people in this room. Anything else, Hani, you would like to add?
I think I'm good.
Okay, well, thank you so much, and I will give it back.
We were fortunate to have a 6th scholarship this year, and I'd like Dick Hammerstone to come up. Oh, you want to wait?
Oh, yeah, let's wait and see if Kevin gets here.
Okay, we'll wait to explain that one. In that case, we'll go ahead.
I want to introduce a former colleague of mine, Janet. Janet Batsley is in charge of the BioCard program at UW-Madison and has the pleasure of 2 years of working. It's a 2-year program, and she gets to hang out with these amazing students for 2 years and then turns over a new cohort. So thank you for coming, Janet.
Angel, do you want to come up and be there, please? All right, let me introduce our scholarship winners. The first one is Delia Romero Alvarado. She will be graduating from La Follette High School. Delia, raise your hand. Okay, she's back there. She says that being a first-generation high school student has involved a lot of trial and error. She joined the AVID program as a middle schooler. AVID is a college preparatory class which focuses on thinking, collaboration, and writing skills, and not only supports the students' personal growth, but also exposes them to academic and professional experiences. During her junior year, she worked as a paid finance intern with the city of Madison. She says that her parents have taught her the value of persistence and reaching out. And in the summer of 2021, Delia was part of a youth advisory board with the Madison Chief of Police, where members voiced their concerns and contributed ideas on how they might help to bridge the gap between the police and the community. She has also served as a student advisor to a team of school district staff who sought to create curricular guidance around anti-racist and culturally responsive lessons. I'll let Delia tell you about her goals as she attends the UW-Madison.
my name is Delia Romero, and I plan to attend UW-Madison this fall, where I will be studying business. I'm leaning towards finance, and yeah, I'm really excited to pursue that next chapter. And yeah, thank you so much, and thank you guys so much for the funding and for this amazing scholarship. Thank you.
Rose Correa arrived from the Gambia just 1 year ago. Rose? Okay, raise your hand so we can see it. There we are. Okay. One of her teachers at East High writes that Rose had to work significantly harder than many of her peers as an English language learner and a young black woman adjusting to dramatic cultural differences that the U.S. has from her home country. During a moral dilemma at East High this year that involved the community's code of ethics, Rose sought counsel from the teacher, and in doing so, demonstrated her commitment to honesty and the pursuit of truth. Another teacher describes Rose as a leader and good teammate, which is why the teacher asked Rose to be a TA in one of her classes. In helping her fellow students, Rose is tactful and subtle, and the other students respect her. As a member of both the International Club and the Africa Club at East High, Rose was involved in fundraising and volunteering in the community, something that all of us in Kiwanis can appreciate. Rose can tell you about her goals at Edgewood College and what she hopes to do after college.
Hi everyone, I'm Rose Caria. I'm really excited to be here. I'm a graduating high school senior, and I intend to study nursing at Edgewood College. I'm really excited to be here, and thank you all. You all don't know how much this means to me. Thank you.
One more. I want to see teeth. Thank you.
Walton Eisenberg will be graduating from West High. His grades in core classes are very good, but in addition, he has particularly enjoyed art classes such as wood fabrication and art metals and glass, which allow him to express creativity and adapt his skills. Walton continuously has to deal with a seizure disorder, which is the result of Sturge-Weber syndrome. He is knowledgeable about his seizure disorder, his disability, and the conditions under which he can maintain his health. In spite of many hospitalizations, he has maintained his commitment to academic success. He is a strong self-advocate, and at the beginning of each semester, he meets with his teachers to educate them about his rare condition and its impact on how he will assess learning. Letters of recommendation written for Walton predict that he will use his advocacy skills to help those he encounters in whatever career path he takes. During the summer, he volunteers and works as a staff member of Camp, is it Anakojic? Anakojic, thank you. A resident camp for boys and girls in Plymouth, Wisconsin. I will now invite Walton to tell us about his plans for the UW Whitewater.
Kiwanis Club for this generous scholarship, and I'll be graduating West High School and attending UW Whitewater this fall. I don't have a selected major or minor in mind right now. I'm currently undeclared, but I hope to explore my many opportunities at UW Whitewater and hope to find a great career path. So I thank you guys again for this generous scholarship, and yeah. Thank you.
Jasmine, where are you sitting? Oh, sorry, I was looking at it. Okay. As a bilingual, bicultural student, Jasmine Sotelo-Perez has participated in East High's dual language immersion program and is still managing to graduate high school in 3 years. A teacher explains that EL students work twice as hard as English-speaking peers to manage the rigorous academic vocabulary required for coursework. She is also a member of the AVID program. Jasmine has helped her mother by babysitting for her 2 younger siblings ever since she was 13, and during the COVID quarantine, she helped them with their schoolwork while she navigated her own Zoom classes. In addition to working 20 hours a week, Jasmine has volunteered at the Rape Crisis Center and also participated in the GANAS program at the UW, where students explore their experiences with oppression and incidents of racism as Latinx students. In the future, Jasmine hopes to advocate for underrepresented populations in her community, particularly women and children. She can explain her plans for college at the UW Platteville. Jasmine.
Hi everyone, I'm Jasmine Sotelo-Perez, and I plan to major in political science and minor in philosophy at UW Platteville this upcoming fall. And I want to thank everyone for this scholarship, because I believe that with this scholarship I'm going to be able to close my gap. And that's my biggest dream is to have everything paid for my college path. And thank you.
Okay, Yata, can you raise your hand? Yeah. Yata Vincent lived in Sierra Leone, Africa, in very reduced circumstances for the first 13 years of her life. Her parents sent her to the United States so that she could have a better life and get a good education. Her goal has always been to go to college and earn a degree. She says that during her first year at La Follette, she was self-conscious about her imperfect English and how she dressed. She explains that then she couldn't really write a good essay or take a test with perfect grades, but now, 3 years later, she can. She is really enjoying her women's history class and learning about women's rights. At first, she struggled with math until the teacher told her that she didn't have to be perfect all the time and that a low grade wouldn't hurt her. This is the same teacher who writes that Yata was so eager to learn that the teacher was able to give her work that was significantly more challenging than the work given to other students. Yata has also been part of the AVID program and participates in after-school clubs as well. Through the clubs, she has grown her social skills and become a stronger communicator. I'll let her explain her plans and goals in attending the UW Milwaukee.
Hi everyone. Thank you so much for this opportunity and the scholarship. I'm planning to attend UW Milwaukee in the fall, and I'm going to be studying nursing. And some get another degree, but I don't know what yet. But right now, nursing is the path. Thank you.
Tenzin Wessel. Tenzin, you want to raise your hand? Came to the U.S. from Tibet when she was 9 years old. She says that as an immigrant, her confidence was quite low because she worried about her English and how she sounded to other people. At East High, she made friends that share a similar story and has been able to be herself and feel comfortable. She has been part of the AVID program and also the Health, Science, and Social Justice pathway, where she has had the opportunity to visit college campuses and shadow professionals in the healthcare field. As a senior, she is taking a certified nursing course through Madison College. Some of her activities include working part-time at Pick and Save, playing tennis and soccer, the East High Student Congress, and mentoring in Level Up, a program aimed at mentoring 9th grade multilingual students. Volunteering at St. Mary's has supported her growth as a community leader and allowed her to express the empathy and compassion she is known for around East High. Tenzin's parents both worked 2 jobs, and it was their goal to see her go to a university. She will be the first generation college student in her family. She can tell you about her goals at UW-Madison. Tenzin?
Hi everyone, my name is Tenzin, and I'm a senior at East High School. I'll be attending UW-Madison this fall, majoring in nursing. And thank you for the opportunity. That's all.
Well, now that you've met our 6 students, I would like Dick Hammerstrom to come up and explain why we have a 6th scholarship this year.
Thank you, Co. So happy to see so many people here, to see these wonderful students receive their scholarships. As Co mentioned, we normally have 5 scholarships. This year we have 6, and the reason we have it is that the 6th scholarship was provided in memory of one of our long-term members, Herman Freimiller, who passed away this past winter. Herman's support of students was a lifelong commitment. He was a teacher for about 20 years in Eagle Rivers. Then he came to the Madison area and was a teacher and part of the administration at Madison Area Technical College, MATC, which is now Madison College. Herman's activity as a Kiwanian was also primarily aimed towards students. He carried many offices, but he was always a support of the students and scholarships that we give. And at one point, he was actually co-chair of this committee, which now Angel and Co are co-chairs of, the Youth Services Committee that provides the scholarships. At the time of Herman's death, his family asked that in lieu of flowers, anyone who wanted to remember Herman, donate funds to the Kiwanis Scholarship Fund in honor of Herman, which they did. In fact, so many people contributed enough money so that we were able to give an entire full additional scholarship this year. So Herman's son, Kevin, would you stand a minute? Kevin is with us, and we want to thank you, Kevin, and please convey our thanks to the rest of your siblings and family members who started this, and thanks to everybody here who contributed to the fund. Herman believed that through education, people could take giant steps forward, and he would be very proud of all the 6 students here and their families who supported them, because for that very reason, actually, because they have already shown that they have taken giant steps to overcome adversities to pursue their education and advance it. So congratulations to all 6 of you who are receiving scholarships. Good work and good luck in the future. It sounds like you all have great futures planned at the universities you've chosen.
I will second Dick's thoughts, and Co and Angel, again, thank you for that. And why do I make it ring? There we go. Just move it around. Just a couple of words to the students, having worked with students for a long time. Perseverance. You can succeed. You will have setbacks, but just persevere and don't let anybody put you down, stop you, hinder you. Just keep persevering and you will make it. And maybe one day you can become a Kiwanian and give back to other students in such a way. So, as I said, this is always one of my favorite weeks. We have 23 members here. Our club is about 60 to 65 strong. We have a couple online. We've been doing hybrid meetings. Another thought is, I so admire the students who had to put up with Zoom for a year or 2. I had to teach on Zoom and I hated it. I cannot imagine being on the other end. So for your perseverance through the Zoom learning experience, again, congratulations. Ed Young, you'd like to say something?
I was just going to say that maybe some parents and or faculty are here with their students. We should recognize them.
Absolutely. So could the parents or siblings or friends of the student scholarship winners please stand so we can acknowledge you? Thank you all for being here, and we are so happy that everybody's here to take our money. That's always fun. At this moment, a couple of announcements, and we'll probably get out of here early, so there's no rush. There's still, I think, some bars there for dessert if you want a second dessert. A couple of announcements from myself. Miracle League starts this week. Would the Miracle League volunteers please raise your hand? If you don't know, Miracle League is a baseball league for students with cognitive, physical handicaps. It's out at Bakken Park in Cottage Grove. It's our 2nd year. Our club gave a large amount of money to help finish off the field. They play games. It's truly a baseball game, whether you're in a wheelchair or not. They get to play bat, field, as best they can. Each of them has a buddy that helps them manipulate and get around the field. It's on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday nights out in Cottage Grove, as I said. Please, if you have a night free, come watch. It's a lot of fun. I know Richard and I are umpiring on Wednesday night. Tom's a field general. He gets to organize, and so is Abe. So we have supported that group. They doubled the number of participants from about 95 to almost 200 young adults, young students playing. It's just a fun night because the parents just get to watch. They're told to not interfere because the buddy is responsible for that hour on the field with their boy or girl who is playing. So that's a great volunteering opportunity that our club is very much involved with. Thursday night is the After Hours Club meeting this month. If anybody wants to meet with it's a committee of our club. They are mostly young professionals who cannot make a day meeting, so they meet at night. I'm planning on attending this week. It's at the Essen House at 6:30. They also do a lot of great community work from their role as Kiwanians. Anybody else have any announcements? I know Tom Broad, we played
Yep, I just want
bingo.
to thank Kevin and Co. for another wild bingo game out at Oakwood West. We gave away a lot of candy and we didn't eat too much ourselves.
Yep, it's always, we support bingo once a month out there at Oakwood Village. Eileen.
Usually we can count on Kevin to toot his own horn, but since he hasn't said anything, he was just last week in Washington, D.C., where he was honored by the American Association for the Advancement of Science. And let me see what else I can. It was the 2020 and 2021 fellows meeting, and where he received his award. This is an organization that's been in place since 1874. And so this was the 148th class. So congratulations, Kevin.
And Abe's raising his hand, but I'll hopefully beat him to it.
Was Alan Alda there?
No, he was not. Abe is a fellow also. It's an elected honorary group of scientists, science educators. Abe was elected way back when. How long ago, Abe? It's a while ago, but Abe, if you don't know, is a retired dean from the College of Ag and Life Science at UW-Madison. So he had a prominent role in ag research and ag education in this state. Yes, Alan Aldo is a fellow. He was elected from my section also, and he could not make it. Alan is getting up there in age. We did have a Zoom welcoming a couple of months ago, and Alan did talk about his commitment to science education and science communication. And for those of you youngsters who don't know Alan Alda, he is famous for his role with the MASH series on television. He's probably about 85 now, so he has supported Stony Brook University and their science communication program. Any other announcements? And thank you, Eileen. Dick?
I got a couple short ones.
Okay.
Which, since we haven't met for a couple of weeks, I should get it on the way. First, I want to mention that we received a thank you from the Salvation Army for our hands-on work and our donations we make to them. We also received a thank you from the Wisconsin Youth Symphony Orchestras for donations we made to the Music Makers program, one of my favorites there. But most important, we had 2 weeks ago, we did Wilmar. We served meals there. We served about 45 meals, and we had a casserole with rice, ground turkey, cheese, broccoli. We had mixed vegetables, Texas toast, fruit salad, and cookies. Co's favorite, homemade cookies, oatmeal, chocolate chip, and craisin. Those serving on that Saturday were Abe and Co. and Tom Broad, thank you, Tom, and Ken Kosick, our photographer. So, now this is interesting, starting next month, and we've been doing this for 2 years now because of COVID. We've only been making meals and people to take out, and then we've been making them so that people can sit at extended tables around the room and not be close to each other. But beginning next month, we're going to start serving meals and as a buffet again. And so as we get close to that, I'm going to be tapping on a few extra people because we'll need some extra servers. So that's a big change. And sometime in August, we're going to have a cookout, and we'll be looking for extra hands for that too. So thank you all for your help this last time, and thank you ahead of time for helping out next time.
Just a reminder, we have a facility out at Lake Farm Park on June 23rd and Dick, August 10th? August 10th for a late afternoon, early evening gathering of Kiwanians to socialize. So put those on your calendar, June 23rd, which is a Thursday.
The 23rd is a Thursday and the 10th is a Wednesday.
And August 10th is a Wednesday.
And let me just say, Kevin, I'm going to do a little bit of a survey with those people who are working and usually can't get to our noon meetings, and so it will be a little later than we usually do, probably 5:30, something like that, and also try to get after hours people here. So.
But we can go early and maybe have an adult beverage or something. So enjoy our camaraderie for the Kiwanis Club. Any other announcements? Going once, going twice. Again, thank you all for being here, the students and their families. We very much appreciate your attendance here, and we very much continue to support students through volunteering and financial commitments for scholarships. So thank you all for coming, and there's still some food if you want some. So gotta push the food. So we will see you next week. Next week, I believe, is, where's Jim Patch?
Right here.
Sleep? Is it on sleep next week?
No, I think we just did it on moving.
It's on some senior thing.
By the way, let me just
Okay.
mention about sleep. When you introduced that person or that topic a few weeks ago, you said that person knew everything there is to know about how to get a good night's sleep. Actually, she doesn't. She's a pharmacist and she knows everything there is about different types of meds.
Okay, medical treatments. Okay, okay. So we have a number of good topics coming up in the next few weeks. Thank you all, and I get to ring the bell again.